It's a cold war out here. It's a cold war. These gender wars. It's a cold war of the genders going on. And I'm out to bring peace. I'm out to wave a white flag. I'm out to bridge the gap, like reaching out for my ladies, bring you in, educate, bring up, and get leadership out of my brothers, my men. And can we all just get along? Can we all be happy? Can we have what we want and need? That's why we play the game, right? I mean, I think so, because relationships is work, fam. First and foremost, why are you here? Well, if you are having trouble finding a good man, if you are having problems with keeping a good man around or getting the commitment you desire to have a relationship, it's a new breed of men these days. I am Dwayne Langham, Masculinity Architect. This is Building the Architect, teaching you the tools to be the architect in your life, to build the future that you want. We're diving in on the male ego, masculinity, understanding men. Ladies, I've heard you. I work with you. Being knee deep on the men's side as well, I know exactly what you're dealing with. I cannot lie. In the circles I've been in, this is no man bashing. This is just the truth coming from a man who cares and wants all of us to be happy. And time and time again, I do have the experience of looking at what is out there in the general public, the average man, the general population. And there's a gap. There's some gaps in manhood. There's some gaps in masculinity. There's some gaps in leadership. You're not making it up, right? And, with the fair share of contribution coming from both sides of the fence, I will say, on behalf of my brothers and my men, nobody has told us and nobody has shown us. But what I can do is help you have the tools you need to get what you want on your end. When I speak to this gender war going on, gender cold war, it's going to start with the solution with just you, one person, every one person. Here's my view. You can be part of the problem or part of the solution. So you may ask yourself, how do you be part of the solution? How do you make things better? I can't fix everybody's relationship. I can't fix the whole world. Yeah, that's true. And reach one, teach one. You be the example. Be the change you want to see in the world. Step away from the Cold War. Step away from the finger pointing, from the blame, throwing all the problems on the other side of the fence. You can contribute to the solution because you can be the shining example. You can show others that it can be okay. You can show others that love is still a thing. You can show others that happy, thriving relationships, families, tribes, and villages, because it takes a village to raise the future, to raise the children, to raise the legacy, to change the world. With that, let's jump right in. We're going to be unpacking tonight the mystery of men, masculinity, the male ego. And before we do that, I want you to make sure, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you like the topic, trust me, it's going to be juicy enough, but hit the like button, subscribe. Also, if you want to dive into my work, if you want to have more understanding, what is a masculinity architect? Saw this guy online, Dwayne Langham, talking about divine energy, divine masculine and feminine. What is it all? Does it make sense, especially with all that gender war nonsense out there? If you want some clarity, go ahead and pick up my book, absolutely free. The Dance. It is a deep dive into the work I do, understanding these masculine and feminine energies at play with everything. Whether you understand it or not, whether you read this book or not, it is at play in your life right now. So why not have the tools and understand exactly what is controlling the results that you're getting? Because as soon as you can get that information, just make some tweaks and changes. I promise you, it works so fast. This divine feminine, the power, ladies, the power that you most naturally have been gifted with. Feminine intuition, it's a powerful thing. I want to help you get tapped into that. Equal, but different. I think that's the best place to start. So amongst this striving for equality, and this is part of what makes the separation, is that the waters have been muddied. It's a bunch of gray area out here. And that's especially inside of my work, is some of the things to be uncollapsed. I work with divine masculine and feminine energy because if you separate the sex and gender and stop looking at just what men are doing, what women are doing, what are the universal laws that are controlling everything around life, divine, masculine, and feminine energy? So if you understand that, yes, we are equal. Man and woman is the same coin, different sides. However, equal isn't the same. What's been lost in the fight for equality, right, has been an understanding of the value in both sides. And if you imagine over decades, generations, there's a huge pendulum swing that's been occurring for the last half a century or so. Because for far too long, divine feminine, and therefore women, has been mistreated, abused, taken advantage of, just literally thrown away. I've coached so many women, countless, who don't want to feel pretty, who don't understand femininity whatsoever, who equate femininity, beauty, to weakness, to lacking power because of whatever reasons, patriarchal history, whatever the case. It's been a man's world. Masculine is in the physical. It builds, it works, and, primitively, that's what we've operated on. So absolutely, we've needed course correction. We've needed equality. I'm an advocate for it. I believe in it. And with that, what we've forgotten is not bringing up femininity. Is not bringing up purely the equal value of both masculine and feminine, men and women. Men have been up, so we need to get up. And with that, forgetting, well, what's the value in men and masculinity? While at the same time, right? Because my occurrence, some of the confusion with the conversation for femininity has been more inside of the feminist movement, where it's really striving for what's become women being the same as, not equal to, same as. When it comes to options, freedoms, rights, absolutely. And you throw out the baby with the bathwater if you don't stick to what is so uniquely different and fucking pricelessly, if that's a word, pricelessly valuable inside of women and femininity that is uniquely not what men can be, what is uniquely not what masculine can be. If you can stick with that and appreciate both sides, because I'll tell you what, the bigger conversation is that these energies aren't all of us. And the other thing we got to do is kill off the gender cold war. It's just not benefiting anybody. And to do that, you have to understand and appreciate our equality, yes, but our differences cannot be overlooked, because if we keep trying to hit everything, treating it like a nail and just trying to bang it in with the hammer, it's not the same. Maybe you need to bust out the wrench,